On this channel, we talk a lot about AI and the different tools that you can use in order to build apps, websites, or anything online. We also believe it's a really great tool at the moment for marketers in order to automate workflows, but also help you in other areas too. And today's video is going to go through our best tools and tricks for marketers when it comes to using AI. Now, if you're new here, or if you just haven't done so already, then subscribe to this channel because we're going to keep you up to date with the latest developments in AI and no-code tools. And before we get started, be sure to check out the description for our free guide on no-code tools and more information about our premium courses. The first tool we're going to talk about is ChatGPT, and this has taken the internet by storm. I know many people are playing around with this at the moment and just trying to figure out the best way to use this when it comes to marketing. One way that we use this is to take YouTube transcripts and ask ChatGPT to transform that into a blog post. Now, when it comes to anything using this tool and AI in general, the prompt is always going to be really important. And the more that you use the tool and the more feedback that you get, the more you'll realize exactly what you need to include in the prompt. And that's something that we're playing around with at the moment. One tip here when it comes to prompts, you can ask ChatGPT to put it in the style of your favorite writer, or you can upload or paste in one example of your writing and then ask ChatGPT to create something similar in that same style. And it's also important to note that when it comes up with that first draft, you can then ask for changes to regenerate the response based on what you are exactly looking for. But you can also use it to come up with your first draft. So let's say you're writing a blog post or a YouTube transcript, you can use a powerful prompt, have ChatGPT come up with the response, and then you can take that response and just edit it to fit exactly what you're looking for. Now, here are some other ways you can use this tool for marketing. You can use it to help you come up with SEO ideas. So you can talk about your industry, the keywords you want to look for, and then have ChatGPT come up with SEO ideas for you. You can use it to come up with blog post headlines, so ideas for blog posts. Like we've just talked about, you can use it for actually writing the blog posts from a headline, and you can use it to come up with YouTube transcripts or Instagram Reel transcripts as well. And to keep something similar flowing with your marketing efforts, keep one chat open and then just remind it to keep it in that style that you've done before. Now, there are many other ways to use this tool to help you with your marketing, but I think this covers the main aspect of it. But let us know how you're using ChatGPT in your marketing efforts too. Now, the next tool is Bing AI. And the issue with ChatGPT is that it can't have instant access to the internet at the moment. So I think the cutoff date was September 2021, and anything after that isn't included in the responses. But we're going to see now Google come up with Bard, and also Bing have this AI tool as well, where it's just revolutionizing the way that we search for stuff on the internet. And it's actually becoming more of a chat feature instead of just a search feature with results. So when it comes to marketing, you can use Bing AI for market research or anything that you're looking for. And I used it before as an example where I want to start a YouTube channel, let's say, based on photography. So you can do market research using Bing to help you come up with a list of the popular YouTube channels, cameras that you can use, and other things. So let's just have a look at some of these examples. The first question I asked was to break down the top channels and to give me details like subscriber numbers and their style. So it came up with The Art of Photography is number 1, 1.2 million subscribers, covers everything from gear reviews and editing tips to inspirational videos, and it goes on from here. So this gives you a good overview of the YouTube channels at the moment. And obviously this is going to save you a lot of time instead of going to YouTube and looking at the different channels and compiling this list yourself. Then I followed up with a question, how do these channels monetize? And it gave me the different ways that they monetize on YouTube, including the partner program, affiliate marketing, channel memberships, content licensing, selling online courses, etc. And then I asked the question, which camera would you recommend for filming on YouTube in 2023? Audio wasn't important to me due to the new studio sound that we talked about in a different video where you can use your computer audio and transform that into studio quality audio. And then I said, I want something around $1,000 and something that I can travel with too. And it came up with 4 options here. And I've actually owned 2 of these cameras, and I would recommend them, especially the Sony a6400. And then the last question I asked was, and what about free editing tools? And it came up with these different tools that you can use to edit your videos. So you can see, you can ask questions here using Bing AI, where it's going to give you very specific results based on the prompts that you give it. So you can just think about if you're doing a new e-commerce store or you're creating a new local business, you can say, how many tea companies are there in the Atlanta area? Can you list them for me? And also let me know their average prices. So we can see here how we can use Bing AI in order to get very specific results about what we're searching for, instead of just searching the internet and piece together our own results. Now, the next tool and the next idea here is all about automating our workflows. And knowing that the more that we can automate, the more we can scale and spend time on other things too. And now the power of AI has allowed us to automate even more. And the example we're going to talk about and the tool we're going to use here is Zapier. And we're not going to spend too long on this because I made a specific video for this recently, which there'll be a link in the description. But Zapier acts as a middleman where it can talk to different apps, and we can also integrate AI into that process too. And an example here is where you can have Zapier create this workflow for you. So when you receive a specific email, it will send this to ChatGPT and have ChatGPT come up with a response to that email. And then it can save it in your Gmail draft folder. Another example is where you can have AI go through your leads and send the best leads to you and send this to Slack in real time. So you can have AI have a look at the data that you're using when it comes to lead generation, and then have AI modify those leads into different categories for you so that you follow up with the right ones at the right time. Like I say, go watch that video on how to integrate AI into Zapier workflows. Now, talking about leads and nurturing leads, the next tool and the next tip we're going to give you is all about interacting with leads in real time. Now, many big e-commerce stores, they'll have chatbots where you can ask them questions. And I'm sure you're thinking sometimes this is really frustrating because all you want to do is get your specific answer and it's giving you general answers instead. Well, AI is currently changing chatbots as we speak. And we actually have a course on this inside the No Code MBA membership area where you can build your own chatbot. And we've also talked about this tool as well called My Ask AI. Now, it works like this. It's very simple. What you do is you upload any data that you think is relevant to customers when they're going to be chatting to the chatbot. So you can upload links, documents, PDFs, frequently asked questions, anything that you want to upload. And then the chatbot is going to use that data in order to formulate responses to when people ask questions. And My Ask AI makes this easy for you, where you upload the data, you customize your chatbot, and you embed it on your website. Now, the quality of the data that you upload is really important, and it's also important that you cover as much information as you can relevant to what it is you're doing on your website. But we think this is a really cool tool in order to help you in your marketing efforts. Now, here are some other tools, and we'll go through these quickly to help you with your marketing using AI. The first one is Playground AI, which is an image generation based on text. And you can think about using this in terms of blog post imagery, images for your website, images for YouTube, images for social media, where you give it the prompt and it's going to come up with the image based on the text you give it. The next one is Tone, which allows you to create presentations based on AI only, where you can give it a headline and it's just going to go, boop, here's your presentation. Or you can convert a blog post or any kind of document into a presentation too. So it's going to look good visually. The next one is Descript, where you can easily edit audio and video. So it's great for podcasts or for YouTubers or for anyone creating content online. And it creates a transcript for you where you actually just delete the text, and then that takes out the audio or the video part that you have deleted. It's going to improve your audio like Adobe Podcast does. It's going to take out filler words for you. And it's also got a great dubbing feature where you can change the text, and then it's going to take your voice and change that text into your voice. And some other tools that we're currently looking at are things like 2 Shorts AI, which takes long form content and creates vertical videos such as Reels, Shorts, and TikToks automatically using AI. And we're currently researching tools that generate tweets based on your Twitter account. So it's going to automatically create tweets based on tweets you've already made or on any kind of data that you give it, like blog posts or websites. So that's the overview of the tools and tricks that we currently think are really important when it comes to implementing AI into your marketing efforts. If you think there's something that we've missed, then please let us know and we might make another video on this. And like I say, we're constantly looking at the latest tools and developments in no-code design and also in AI. So be sure to subscribe to this channel to stay up to date with that. And if you want to learn more about building apps and websites or anything online using no-code tools, then check out our premium courses. Go to nocode.mba or just click the link in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.